Everybody, I'm doing well. Can everybody see me over here? Okay. I want to start out first by asking all the elders in the room, giving me permission to speak. If that's okay. Okay. Thinking about reflections, thinking about today, I'll go back and start off with the beginning when we all were blessed to come together, and Brother Jamie and Brother Larry were speaking in their native language about giving thanks. And we all came together and they spoke and they gave thanks to us just being connected. From that moment, I feel like today started off well. Um, Today it was a second journey. It was a second journey for me and my organization. We started to look at ourselves and look at what we're about, where we came from, and why we're here. And it really started to hit me when we started to get into our activities. From the beginning of Jump, today all of us were forced to leave our tables and go speak with other people. And the first conversation I had was with Elder Malcolm, the other Malcolm present. And we started to talk about the differences between our organizations and what we do with the fish pond for him and with me, with my brother, my sister, being under and Ropey. And I don't know how, but we got on a conversation about elders and youth. And we started to talk about the necessity for elders to be a part of youth's lives and for youth to be a part of elders' lives, and how both can add on that aspect of helping each other. And we started to talk about how there's a gap in all of our communities and what it takes to really bridge that gap. And I started to talk about how it's important for a lot of adults to recognize the youth. Now in our generation, we're growing up very fast, so our attention spans are really an example of the technology that we have all around us. So that's one key element that really has an effect on youth today. So if we really don't feel like something that we can relate to is in front of us, or somebody's really respecting us, then we might not be as creative to come out in the full aspect of our abilities. And he was talking about how he feels that there really hasn't been much of a change with youth, that youth still need elders and youth still need people there to help guide them. And I agree with him 100%. I feel that our generation has an abundance of opportunity and access just in the ability that we have to communicate. When you think about text messaging, I mean, almost everybody has text. So that just changes the way that, we have to communicate. But at the same time, we lack a lot of things. We lack a lot of that close-knit environments that were before in history, and we lack a lot of people who actually look at us and care for us. A lot of us get condemned, and we get looked down upon just for being a part of our generation. So we really discussed that, and it really brought me back to having a perspective on yesterday when I was talking to one of the brothers from Oakland in youth radio, and myself, him, and Akaika were all talking about our issues, and it really made me think about how we can have similar issues within different climates and different areas, all being youth, all being in different areas, all being in different climates, some never experiencing, 12 inches of snow and cold weather, and, us never really experiencing this weather that we would like to call perfect weather, but having the same kind of issues. But it really made me think. It really made me think, and it really made me think about the power in that connection and the power within different groups of young people meeting and different groups of young people really exchanging everything that they have to offer. And when you look at the people here and you look at everybody that's in attendance, everybody that's in attendance here has an understanding of their culture, has an understanding of their history. So that just really just makes the whole picture wider and what we have to offer. So really, if I could, I would bring everybody that I'm involved with in Ohio down here to Project Build, bring everybody from Y&I, from Seneca up to Ohio to help us out, build a garden in our areas. I mean, I feel like the power really is within the youth and really is within creating and really making these projects that really gets us out of the trouble that we have all around us and really helps us maintain our creativity. So with that being said, I feel like our generation needs more CLC than TLC, and I would call that community love and culture, because with community, we have everyone. We have somebody to pull on to. It's like that rope. It's like that chain, that link that connects us. With love, love is universal. No matter what language you speak, love is that heartbeat. Love keeps someone strong. It makes somebody understand that somebody actually cares for you. And it doesn't have to be love that's intimate with another person, but just the love that somebody understands you for you and knows, look, I see you. Culture is that shield. It's that understanding of who I am. I'm somebody that is a product of hip-hop culture, is a product of urban streets, is a product of college, is a product of also Africanness, a product of being Puerto Rican. Having all of that gives me a sense of purpose. So I feel like, that's very strong. And with anything today, just to wrap it up in my reflections, I really feel love, and I feel like love is living and breathing inside of me. And that might be this island. This island might hold more significance to love with me than anybody else, because I feel like I was a product of love being in this island. My father met his wife, my mother, here. My mother, she's from Jersey. He always says it took him to come to Hawaii to meet a girl from Jersey to fall in love. But I mean, looking at it now, I have a feeling here. I really do have a feeling here, and it really does speak to me like nowhere else that I've been. So, I mean, I'm just soaking up like a sponge, and I appreciate everybody. And I feel like love is the word of the day, because every single organization here in this building, in this room, none of you guys would do what you do if you didn't love to do it. And that's the key thing. So I want to thank everybody, and thank you for letting me share today.